The Tonight Show, starring Johnny Carson. This is Ed McMahon, along with Tommy Newsom, and the NBC Orchestra, inviting you to join Johnny and his guests, Steve Lawrence, Shelley Long, and a phone call to Johnny's babysitter, Mabel Gaskill. And now, ladies and gentlemen, here's Johnny.
Good night. You're in a good mood. We got a great show. A good friend of mine and one of the best singers ever, Mr. Steve Lawrence, is here tonight.
Yeah.
Marvelous actress who gave up Cheers to take her career in a different direction, and it looks like it was a good move. Miss Shelley Long. And you're gonna hear, and I'm going to talk with my third guest. Her name is Mabel Gaskill. You don't know Mabel, but I received a nice letter from, I think, Mabel's niece. Mabel was my babysitter when I was 1 year old, and she resides in Corning, Iowa. And we're gonna... Corning, Iowa? And we're gonna put in a call and talk to Mabel tonight and see how she's doing. So stay where you are. We'll be right back. Okay, we are back. Shelley Long and Steve Lawrence are aboard tonight. A couple of weeks ago, I got this a very sweet letter from the niece of a lady who used to babysit for me when I was very, very young. And she says, "Dear Johnny Carson, I live in Corning, Iowa, and my Aunt Mabel Gaskill was your babysitter." And she closed a picture of Mabel, and she gives her address and phone number. Says her husband's name was Harley. Also closed her pictures of your birthplace. Says the entry porch has been enclosed now, but otherwise the house is the same. So I thought we would call. I have not talked with Mabel. Our staff called her earlier to see if she's going to be home, and she is standing by. If you don't think it's for real, let me show you. This is a picture of Mabel, as I understand, with her husband, her late husband. I think his name was Harley. Around, I guess, circa 1926. All righty? Now, this is the lady we're calling today. Isn't she a nice-looking, handsome woman? Mm-hmm. Not this one. That's her this one over here. This girl would have been too young to babysit for me. So let's I got the number right here. This is a working phone, right? All right, I got to dial 1 first, right? Okay. And that's 6. Funny if she's not home.
Hello?
Mabel?
Yes.
Thank goodness. How are you? This is Johnny Carson. I'm calling from the Tonight Show.
Oh, I'm fine. How are you?
I'm just fine. I thought you'd be a little more thrilled for some reason, Mabel. You know, so some of our staff... Excuse me?
I say I'm speechless, and I say that's a bad way to be.
No, don't be speechless. I know our staff talked with you earlier and invited you to come out and visit us in person, but you didn't want to do that.
Well, I don't think I could handle that.
Why's that?
Well, I'm just a little bit shy, and I don't like to get up before people.
Yeah?
I'd die if I got up before that audience.
No. No, you wouldn't.
Oh, yes, I would.
Does this call make you nervous at all?
Yes. You better believe it does.
Yeah. Now, how was it that you became my babysitter? I was born in Corning, Iowa.
Yeah, that's right. Well, Mother had to go to the hospital for a few days.
My mother went to the hospital for a few days, yeah.
Yeah. And she asked me, myself and my husband, to come up and stay with you while they were gone.
Right.
So we went up and stayed there for, I think it was 3 days.
Oh, you stayed with him for 3 days?
Yeah, I did.
Well, my golly, what kind of a kid was I?
Well, you were a real good kid.
Yeah?
A real cute kid.
Yeah, that's probably true.
Oh, we enjoyed staying with you anyway.
Yeah? Did I smile a lot? Was I talking then?
I can't remember for sure whether you were talking or not. Not much, but you may have been saying words. I don't remember that part.
Well, I was probably saving it. I knew I was going to do a show later.
Well, as a matter of fact, I had no idea you were going to be among the rich and the famous someday. I had the camera and the notebook.
Obviously, you're single now, Mabel, huh? Rich and famous. How are things in Corning?
Well, things are real great in Corning.
Yeah? That's kind of a dumb question. Now, somebody sent me a picture here. I didn't quite understand for a moment. I'm going to show you this one. Somebody says, this is my old baby buggy with your daughter? That's not me. That's not me. That's...
No, that's not you. That's my daughter.
Yeah. How did you manage to get the baby buggy?
Well, my daughter was about 2 years younger than you are, and when I had her, well, your mother gave me the baby buggy.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Do you still have it?
No, I don't. I wish I did. Not that I'm going to need it, but
Yeah. Well, if you need that, Mabel, we're going to fly you out here for sure. Can I ask how old you are now?
I'm 83.
83.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you sound wonderful.
Well, I'm...
And what'd you do today? What kind of a day?
today?
Yeah. What'd you do today?
Talked on the telephone.
Yeah.
Watch television. That's about the best thing I do.
Do you ever watch The Tonight Show?
Always.
You do?
Yeah.
Well, what do you think of it?
Well, I think it's great.
Uh-huh.
But there's one thing I've got a crow to pick with you.
Oh. Well, you're entitled, Mabel.
Am I?
Yeah.
Well, okay. You get these real funny people on there and you don't give them enough time.
Not enough time, huh? Okay. Anything else, Mabel?
When I think you ought to be there oftener.
I should be. Okay. You got me there, Mabel. You're probably right. Well, it's very nice talking with you.
Well, I got a little story to tell you.
Yeah?
While we were staying up there with you,
Mm-hmm.
you were real happy, and played and everything.
Yeah?
But you didn't discover until the night before your dad, or the night that your dad came home, that Harley wasn't your dad.
I thought your husband was my father?
Yes.
You're saying I wasn't bright, is that it?
He just wasn't around there very much at the time.
Well, it's been delightful talking with you. I know you were nervous about coming out here, but it's really fun to talk with you, and keep in touch.
Well, I'll just probably do that.
Okay. Thank you, Mabel.
Thank you much for calling.
You're welcome, dear. Bye-bye. Okay. Mabel Gaskill. Hey, we asked her to come on. She said, isn't that sweet? It's true. There's no setup. We asked her to come out. She said, I just couldn't do that. She says, I'd be so nervous in front of him. That's sweet, 83.
Very sweet.
Sounds nice. Okay, we'll be right. Wonder what she got in those days for babysitting. Probably paid her in wampum. We'll be right back. Beads or something.